Hello everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. So right now I'm a little bit in a traveling setup. I'm visiting my mom in Vero Beach. So I decided to do a pretty quick pre-market with small, well not a quick pre-market, but basically do smaller size and just trade pre-market. Probably for the better in a way, so I didn't trip over myself or have any kind of emotional trading. But we did get a really nice mover today, PPSI, and I think that's the ticker that almost everyone's probably looking at this moment. So let's just go right over to the trading screen and plop it on up. Boom, I'm up 565 this morning. Not bad for, like less than 2 hours of work, so can't really complain. But it could have easily been, a $2,000-$3,000 day if I just used my normal position size, or what was my normal position size before I had my red week, and that's why I reduced my size. So I'm getting back to slowly building up my size a little bit, but yeah, based on my $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 kind of average trades today, I had probably a north of a 10% profit day based on my average size, which is actually a pretty decent green day. And let's go ahead and just talk right about PPSI. I could cover GOTU. I did a small trade on this one as well, but it wasn't interesting, died out right away, and I stopped looking at it. So let's go right to the main ticker today, and actually let's start on the daily chart here. So this ticker, and this is a former runner. We've seen PPSI before, and we've had some really good action on this ticker, even a multi-day runner. Now today there was big resistance right around $4 and then $5, but eventually we popped over that big resistance zone, and that's when things got really interesting. Plus, this is a market cap of $28 million, so it's a low float or a low market cap, and it is a low float here. Shares outstanding, 8.7 million shares outstanding. So boom, two big check marks right there alone. Plus, we're over big time resistance. So we have a nice, it's not a blue sky setup. We have a big room to run. We're on a front side. We're on a back side on this ticker anymore because we're popping higher. And that's what I really liked about this one. In terms of news, to be honest, I didn't check the news so much. Like you guys know, I don't really care so much about it. I like to trade the price action, but I do like to see tickers in certain sectors, like a hot sector, and this one's an EV play. Let's see here. Pioneer Power launches eBoost Smart Mobile EV charging solutions. That's a phenomenal catalyst. That's a catalyst that you can ride a little bit longer for sure, and it might have that multi-day, multi-week momentum behind it. Just like how we're swing trading XL also in the EV space. We're seeing a lot of hype around EV tickers. Tesla actually just had a big red open, but that's because I think they sold a bunch of Bitcoin. That's a whole different story in and of itself. So again, we're just going to focus on PPSI. And let's go here to the daily chart and see how we actually ended up trading this one. So at first, this ticker wasn't really that interesting because, it was called out in the chat room, but then Heiko said, if you guys saw that message, this one didn't have that much volume, so it wasn't that interesting. That's true. In this area, it only had like 100,000 shares being traded, and for a $4 stock, not really super interesting. We want to see something like over 300,000 per minute being traded. So that's why I didn't do any trading in this area. Not to mention it was only up like 36% for a little bit before pulling back down. But eventually we did get that breakout here. And I didn't trade this breakout because I wasn't looking at it at the moment. But once I noticed this, I traded that first pullback. And lately we've been seeing some really bad pre-market action. So I didn't think we were going to get continuation on PPSI. So you can see here I took my profits really quick with, again, like a very small size here. I think this was like my biggest size of the day. It was like $6,000. When I should, if you're new to this channel, I was trading like 20, sometimes even $25,000 per trade on my bigger sizes. So let's go here. It breaks out a little bit here on the 5 minute. It's not super extended, but a little bit kind of extended to be buying these breakouts. Big resistance at $5 as well. So I was very scalpy in this area. Again, still small size. And then I had a little bit of a pre-concept that pre-market's been really bad, so I didn't end up trading this pullback, which was a little bit of a mistake on my end, because I should have been more realizing that, oh my god, this is a 1 minute volume over 500,000 shares being traded in 1 minute. So that's a big breakout volume candle right there. So that should have made me very aggressive, should have made me size up a little bit as well, and then really edge into this pullback looking for that breakout. That was a good play. But it would have paid off to be a little bit scalpy as well. Then again, that was a 6% move, so you could have pocketed a really nice base hit. holds here, and this is where it gets really interesting, and I wish I paid attention to this a little bit more. See on this how it's holding its highs pretty well. It has two of these fake out candles, but that's fine. On the 5 minute, you can see in this area we're having a perfect 5 minute bull flag pulling back very nicely. So I should have been edging into this one, at least prepping for a fake out at best. Or at worst. So that we had that breakout, good breakout, not even a fake out. Again, look at that volume here on the 1 minute, and I didn't trade any of this. This was probably the best move of the day that I missed. I edged into the next pullback. Again, I'm getting kind of scalpy here, just scalping all the way to the top. And eventually, once we get to this $6 zone, I'm a little bit cautious here because we have a lot of resistance right above $6. So I was kind of like pause off in this area, and we ended up, being able to prove that resistance by having these fake outs in this area. But again, on the 5 minute, we're setting up that larger pattern. This is looking pretty good. So this could have a little bit of continuation here. Now it's 9:18. I usually don't trade that like last 10 minutes leading up to the market open, so I'm totally fine letting this one slide. I gotta wrap up anyway, pack up, and then we're gonna be out of here soon. So at this point, I'm really happy that I was able to start my Monday with a little bit of green, kind of get the week started. Also notice, this is also really important, just notice that, boom, we just had a really nice pre-market move from, was this 8 o'clock to about 8:50. I don't know what's gonna happen, going forward from here. Maybe it's going to hold its highs. Maybe it's going to sell off the rest of the day. You're just going to have to follow the price action. It's really, really hard to call out what's going to happen from here. Maybe it's going to try to have a little bit more spikes, but what I would look for if we had some failed moves, let's say going forward in the next 10 minutes or at the market open, I would wait for bigger consolidation zones. It looks like 5.5 is a big zone and $5 is a big zone. So these are two areas that, let's say we get two failed breakouts at the market open or so, we might see some really good consolidation in this area, maybe a red to green move, and then a new front side. But for now, this is a really strong first leg that we're seeing on the 5 minute. That's usually followed by a series of consolidations, and then maybe we get that second leg to the upside. So I would be a little bit more cautious now because I already had that good move, and now we're entering a little bit of consolidation period, which it's really easy to give back all your profits on, because if you try to keep trading these breakouts like you were trading these breakouts, you just get stuck in one fake out after another. So realize that right now we're actually ranging between 648 and probably around here 6 or maybe even 580, 590. So that's the new current range. And when the ticker is ranging, you don't want to be trading breakouts because that's how you start giving back profits. So for now, that's why I stopped trading this one in this area. There was one more good little attempt here, but you had to be quick. So yeah, that's how I rode this one. And like I said before, I could have made a lot more money today by just sizing up, averaging in, buying higher. So let's say buying into this breakout, not taking profits, adding higher, adding higher, adding higher. That would have been a good strategy. Or just being more alert on the 5 minutes, still scalping, and then just taking these quick moves here on the 5 minute, being a little bit more alert. But we haven't seen a move like this pre-market in quite a long time, several weeks. So I don't really feel so bad about not milking it as hard as I could have. So I'm excited for what this week has to hold. And then really quickly here, let's just look at GOTU. GOTU, I'm up $30 on this one, but like I said before, it wasn't really that interesting on the daily chart. It's just a big descending pattern. On the 5 minute, had this quick pop to the upside, but percentage wise, yeah, it was a decent move, 40-50%, but this all happened before I was able to trade. It started at 4 a.m., so pre-market time, and then ended right around 7 a.m., which is when TOS pre-market starts. That's the trading platform that I'm using. I did a little bit of a backside on this one, felt kind of dirty doing that backside trade because I'm trying to avoid doing backsides right now, and then I left it, and that was it. So very, very small size and profit there on that one, more or less a scratch. Anyway, guys, that's it for this pre-market trading recap for me. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. Drop any questions below, and if you're totally new to this channel, we'd love to have you part of the community, so definitely consider subscribing. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.